Hello, my name is Rayleigh and I'll be conducting your interview today. Today I'll be asking you some questions to get to know you as a person and as a possible future athletic trainer. Also, we will go through some questions to determine if your experience and qualifications are what we're looking for to fill this position. Tell me what made you get into athletic training.
I got into athletic training because of a high school coach. Actually, he was one of those that he was very inspirational, and I loved the way that he just presented himself. And so he actually asked me to join, and so I did, and that's how I got into it.
Okay. Why do you continue to pursue this career?
After I got started in athletic training, I absolutely fell in love with it. Being able to be outside, being able to participate with the sports, although I didn't play, um, I still got to be around them and I still got to enjoy them, but from a different aspect. So I'm excited. I really enjoy it.
How do you describe athletic training to others outside of the field?
I describe athletic training to others outside of the field as a way to keep your athletes safe. We're the first line of defense, other than paramedics. Um, if something happens, you've got to be immediate attention. And with us being on the sidelines and courtside and different things like that, we see it as it happens, so we can relay that message, and we just help keep them safe. We just help keep them healthy and keep them moving and doing what they love.
Um, how, can you list some of the perks or benefits you perceive from being in the athletic field?
As an athletic trainer, you get to not only learn the makeup of the body, but how it works, not only for yourself but for your athletes. Um, Getting to be outdoors a lot is also really great. This profession teaches you great people skills, but also time management. Um, so I think that's really great with life in general, not only just for this field, but for anything that you approach.
Okay. What skills do you have that are different from the previous question?
I pride myself on being honest and trustworthy, mainly because I believe that I have strong leadership skills and that I'm a great listener, as well as being organized and strong-willed. I think those are really strong qualities that someone's got to have for any profession, really, but especially with athletic training, there's all the little details that comes with it.
Okay. Um, Tell me how your experience with athletic training thus far is responsible for the development of each skill that you listed.
Athletic training has taught me to always be on my toes. It's always kept my eyes open and my mind open to the different things that pop up. Um, there's so many details to keep up with, between supplies and making sure that everything goes as smoothly as possible. It teaches us to be organized and patient. With having hundreds of athletes at a time and being able to keep them all separate and their the specificities to each case that we deal with. So I think it's really important to be organized and patient at the same time.
Yeah. Describe how your experience thus far with athletic training has helped you see the world differently.
My time as an athletic trainer has taught me to view diversity um, as a good thing. It's helped me to understand those who differ from me and to appreciate that the culture they bring to the table is just as important as what I can bring.
Okay. And what are your ultimate and overall career goals?
My ultimate and overall career goals is to work as a head athletic trainer for ultimately a professional level. It may sound silly to some, but I would love to be the first head female athletic trainer in the NFL or the NBA, anything like that. But working with a college or anything like that as a head athletic trainer is the ultimate goal.
Okay. Describe how you see your experience in athletic training in relation to those goals.
My experience with athletic training in relationship to these goals, they go hand in hand. I see it as each step of the way has got me to where I am, but has also taught me the different skill sets and the mindsets that you have for the next level. And it's prepared me, to, I guess, expect the unexpected with everything. Just to pretty much take it as it comes, but at the same time, you're prepared for it, you know. Yeah. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. um, how has athletic training defined your goals?
Athletic training has defined my goals. It, in such ways, is just, I guess, staying with it. It's a very persistent career. Um, you have to stay on top of things, and in order to get somewhere, you have to be very committed and very, the into the field that you want to be in. And I love the field that I'm in, so it's very easy for me to stay with it, to stay concentrated on what I need to do.
What goals have you reached?
The goals that I have reached so far, getting to this point has been, obviously a dream of mine, but a dream of my parents and my grandparents, and that's what pushes me, to obtain a bachelor's degree and work towards my master's and be so close to my ultimate goal. Um, you know, having the degree to back up my knowledge and just being able to do what I love and being so close to the ultimate goal is really what drives me. But being this far has just it's everything.
Yeah. What do you think sets you apart from the other applicants?
What I think sets me apart from the other applicants is the fact that I'm honest. I don't sugarcoat anything. Um, if something's, we're talking to our athletes trying to explain something to them, we don't necessarily tell them, it's a career ending type of thing. It's, hey, look at it this way. I try to stay positive. Um, I wouldn't say motivational, um, but at the same time, it's, you know, I guess driving them to their fullest potential and just trying to stay overall positive and be a good role model and leader in a way.
Okay. What do you feel are your greatest strengths?
I feel my greatest strengths are the fact that I am a good listener and that I am well organized and patient, um, which is something I've had to learn over the years. But I think being patient and well organized, as well as being a great listener and a strong leader in certain areas, is just it gives people the chance to see how I present myself and hopefully want to do the same. Just being strong-willed.
What do you feel are areas that you still need to improve?
I feel that I still need to improve on people skills. Not so much just talking to people, but um, trusting others. It's very hard to trust people, so I think that's a big thing because my athletes put a lot of trust into me. So at the same time, I need to be able to put that same trust into them that they're going to do what they need to do.
Um, what do you feel is the best way to create a trusting relationship with your athletes?
I believe, just through experience, the best way to create that trusting relationship is to show them that you're invested in them and their well-being. Just keeping, an eye out for them, on and off the field. You know, just trying to stay invested, and if there's a problem, letting them know that they can come talk to you and that you will do anything in your power to help not only keep them safe but to help them through anything that comes their way.
Um, how do you keep a barrier between personal and professional relationships?
It's hard. It really is. But you build those relationships and those barriers along the way. But at the same time this is your job, and you know when you get close to those barriers and you're on that line and say, is this or is this not inappropriate, or if I look at it this way or I proceed doing something, is this going to jeopardize my job? You have to keep an open mind and a very, open eye to every little detail. The simplest little word can have the biggest repercussions. So it's thinking of every detail 24/7, making sure that everything is just where it needs to be, really.
Okay, well, thank you again for coming in and sitting down with me. contact information you provided is current and correct.
Yes.
Do you have any questions?
One question I do have is with your, you know, I guess your good standing and all of that. How many how many applicants are you looking to hire?
As of right now, we have about 5 going through the process. But I would say that you are in the top 2 at least.
Okay, awesome.
Um, but I'll be sure to review this and get back with you within the next couple weeks.
Alrighty, thank you so much.
Thank
It was
you.
nice meeting with you.
You too.